Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, where I talk about weapons from games, movies and TV shows. In this video, we'll be discussing sawed-off shotguns and try to understand how effective they are compared to regular shotguns. Is it really necessary to cut something off your weapon to make it cooler? And why do people usually do it? If you're interested in learning all of this, make sure to like this video. The sawed-off shotgun is well known to us from a huge number of action movies where it looks very impressive and intimidating in the hands of the main character. But this weapon could also often be found in various shooters like CSGO. If we delve into history, the term sawed off originally referred to any rifle that had been sawed off on one or both sides under crude conditions. This practice began with old flintlock rifles and continues to this day with modern hunting rifles. Usually the barrel was shortened first and then the stock. The main idea behind sawing off a part of your weapon is to make it lighter and more compact so that you can combine the power of a rifle or shotgun with smaller dimensions. As a result, instead of a large, long-barreled weapon, you could simply and easily obtain a monstrously deadly pocket-sized gun. In English, such a weapon is called a sawed-off shotgun, as if something had been cut off from it. However, there are also versions of sawn-off shotguns that have not been sawn off, but come from the factory with a shortened barrel and stock. The most famous and widely used example of a sawn-off shotgun is the Lupara, which originated in Sicily in the 19th century. Sicilian shepherds used firearms to protect their flocks from wolves, hence the name Lupara, which comes from the Sicilian word for wolf. The sawn-off shotgun became the go-to weapon for these shepherds, and it was usually a double-barreled shotgun. But what else do we know about Sicily? That's right, it's also known for the Mafia, Cosa Nostra and other criminal organizations. And it is these criminal communities who took the sawn-off shotgun to new heights, realizing that by sawing off the stock as well as the barrel, they could easily hide it in a coat or a jacket, or even carry it in a bag. And since metal detectors weren't invented until the early 20th century, sawn-off versions of hunting rifles or regular shotguns became a favorite weapon of bank robbers and other bandits. In the 1930s and 1940s, experiments with sawn-off shotguns began. For example, Soviet Union gangsters figured out that they could remove some of the gunpowder from the ammo to reduce the recoil, and the Sicilian took it to another level, putting deep meaning into the type of ammunition they used with the sawn-off shotgun. Good people got shot with bullet ammo, but not so good people got buckshot to the face. And if a guy was a real asshole, they'll load the cartridge with chopped nails. But the sawn-off shotgun wasn't always just a criminal's weapon. Even today, the police and special forces use it for shooting in close quarters and tight spaces. And what's even more interesting is that the Soviet cosmonauts were also supplied with a sawn-off shotgun called the TP-82. But they didn't use it for shootouts in space. They used it for a safe return to Earth, just in case they landed in unfriendly territory. The TP-82 weighed almost 2.5 kilograms and could easily fend off unfriendly locals or even wild animals like bears, since landing could occur in the most unpredictable places, and having a firearm on hand would definitely make survival easier. And now let's talk about the pros and cons of cutting down shotguns and try to understand why it has become so popular and how much it differs in characteristics from a full-size shotgun. And the most obvious advantage is some serious power in a small size. By cutting off the barrel and stock of a gun, both its length and weight are significantly reduced, and there can be many options here. Some prefer to shorten just the barrel, while others do both at once, and there is no universally accepted size for this, so everyone chooses according to their preferences. In theory, you can cut the barrel so much that even a double-barrel shotgun would not be longer than a regular pistol. But in practice, such extreme cutting is not done, and shortened pump-action shotguns are more commonly used today. But here, we slowly start moving towards the downsides of cutting down shotguns. The thing is, with pump-action shotguns, the magazine is located under the barrel, so if we shorten the barrel, the magazine also gets shorter, and as a result, we can fit less ammo in it. This means that we will have to reload more often, which is definitely a significant disadvantage. And the next negative aspect is shotgun's power. If we cut the barrel of a shotgun in half, the gunpowder will not have enough time to burn completely, which means that it will not be able to accelerate the shot to its maximum possible velocity. Therefore, the muzzle energy of an uncut shotgun will always be higher, and the effect of shooting the same cartridges from a cut shotgun will be weaker. Additionally, the effective range of a cut shotgun will also be lower. But there is another important disadvantage, which is that the effective range of a cut shotgun will also be reduced. Since the shot will be leaving the barrel at a lower speed, it means that it will not fly as far. Also, don't forget that when you cut down a shotgun, you will also be cutting off part of the barrel, including the front sight. This means that aiming with such a weapon will not be as convenient, and in addition, the accuracy of the cut shotgun is noticeably reduced. This is because shotguns have a choke bore at the end of the barrel, which is a special narrowing that helps control the spread of the shot. By shortening the barrel, you will also lose the choke bore, which means that the shot will immediately start to spread out of the barrel, resulting in a wider spread. While this may make it easier to hit targets up close, at a distance of 15 to 20 meters, it will be difficult to aim accurately with such a wide spread, and a decent portion of the shot will simply fly off in random directions. Also, don't forget that shotguns have a significant recoil, which will be difficult to control with a cut shotgun due to its reduced weight and lack of stock. In summary, if you decide to cut down the barrel and stock of your shotgun, your weapon may look cool, but in terms of all other characteristics, cut shotguns will always be inferior to full-size shotguns. There is also another important disadvantage, which is that in many countries, owning a cut shotgun is illegal. For example, in the United States, there is a law that does not allow civilians to use shotguns with a barrel length less than 46 centimeters, and this is precisely because criminals often use sawed-off shotguns. In Russia, you can obtain a permit for a smooth-bore shotgun, but its overall length should not be less than 80 centimeters. In general, no matter how you look at it, in most countries, you will not be able to legally own a cut shotgun. That's probably why in CSGO, the sawed-off shotgun is only available when playing as a terrorist team, and many of us have encountered this shotgun most often in Counter-Strike. So let's try to figure out how accurately this weapon is represented in the game. If we look at its appearance, it is based on the Remington 870, which is one of the most popular shotguns in the world. Judging by the number of holes in the wall, the sawn-off shotgun in CSGO fires buckshot. Although the external appearance of the weapon is quite realistic, the developers made some mistakes in the technical details. In the game, the sawn-off shotgun has 7 rounds in the magazine, which would be accurate for a full-size Remington, but in reality, the shortened version would not have more than 4 rounds inside. If we judge by the power of the weapon, in reality, such a shotgun is quite capable of incapacitating a person with the first shot, even if they were wearing a helmet and body armor. While the Kevlar might not be penetrated by the buckshot, the energy upon impact can cause serious bruises and internal injuries, and a person is unlikely to be able to continue fighting after being shot. If the buckshot hits a helmet, it may not make a hole, but it can still cause the person's neck to break. So death from a headshot upon the first hit is quite realistic. However, just like in real life, the sawed-off shotgun in CSGO has a very low effective range, which is quite accurate. In the case of a sawed-off shotgun, the buckshot would actually spread too far to the sides and quickly lose its velocity. But what's even more ridiculous is that for some unknown reason, in CSGO, the sawed-off shotgun is even more powerful than the full-size shotgun. For example, the Nova shotgun fires 9 pellets with a base damage of 26, resulting in a maximum of 234 damage, while the sawed-off shotgun fires 8 pellets with 32 damage each, resulting in a total of 256 damage. And as we already know, if these two shotguns use the same ammunition, the shotgun with the full-length barrel should always be more powerful than its shortened version. So now you know the whole truth about sawed-off shotguns, and if you found it interesting, be sure to like and leave a comment about what other weapons you would like to see in future episodes.